So I'm going to take you through the profiles of each of the Cardinals who will be in the Electoral College after this August's consistory. The Electoral College, who will elect the next Pope, consists of Cardinals who have not reached the age of 80. So it'll be an interesting time. Maybe one of these Cardinals will be the next Pope. Maybe there will be another consistory in the future. We don't know. But I suppose it's very interesting now to become familiar with these men who will be the next Pope. Anyway, enjoy this. God bless. Take care. Please like and share this video and let me know what you think in the comments. Take care. Bye-bye. So we're going to have a look at the profile of Cardinal Jean-Claude Hollerich. So he is number 20 on the list of cardinals. He is the only cardinal age 65, but he's well within the age bracket when cardinals are normally elected pope. So if we look at the normal age when they're elected pope, it's usually 65. Pope Pius IX was 54. Pope John Paul II was 58. But in general, it's 65. Now, for our task here of looking who will be the next pope, we would imagine between 65 and 75 is the age bracket we will look at. But generally speaking, 65. Jean-Claude Hollerich is a Jesuit, and he has certainly interesting character. So let's go through the profile that's on the Vatican's website, and then we look at some other information. And let's see here. So Jean-Claude Hollerich, SJ, Archbishop of Luxembourg, was born on the 9th of August 1958 in Differdange in the Archdiocese of Luxembourg. He spent his childhood in Viaden, where his family lived. After his secondary education at the Clairefontaine Apostolic School, founded by Father Don Leon de Hon, and the Classical Lyceum of Diekirch. In 1978, he moved to Rome to begin his priesthood formation at the Gregorian University, where he attended 2 years of philosophy and the first year of theology, residing in the German-Hungarian Pontifical College. In 1981, he joined the Society of Jesus in the province of southern Belgium and Luxembourg and carried out his novitiate in Namur for 2 years. After 2 years of pastoral training in the capital of the Grand Duchy, in 1985 he visited Japan for the first time, where in 4 years he first perfected his knowledge of the local language and culture, and then resumed his theological studies at the Sofia University in Tokyo, completing the training in Germany. At the Philosophische und Theologische Hochschule St. Georgen in Frankfurt, where he was awarded a licentiate. He was ordained a priest in Brussels on the 21st of April 1990 and spent 4 years studying German language and literature at Ludwig Maximilians Universität in Munich, where he completed the licentiate, awarded in 1994 with the thesis of the Constantinople Creed, the textual study. In the meantime, on the pastoral front, he accompanied the Jeunesse Estudiante Chrétienne in Luxembourg and groups of the Communauté Vie Chrétienne, a lay association living Christian faith in accordance with the spirituality of Saint Ignatius of Loyola, at the same time holding the role as teacher in the French Vauban Lyceum in Luxembourg. During that period he spent in Bavaria. He accompanied spiritually the seminarians during the preparatory year in the Major Seminary of Luxembourg and served as head of vocational pastoral care. In 1994, he transferred to the land of the rising sun as teacher of German and French in the European and of European studies in Sofia University. He remained there until 2011, carrying out his mission in the service of the Athenaeum of the Catholics of the Japanese capital, of the Society of Jesus, and the National Episcopal Conference. Indeed, in 1996 he became chaplain for the German parish in Tokyo, and in 1997 member of the Archdiocesan Council for Missionary and Pastoral Works, holding both roles until 2006 when he reached the end of his period as visiting professor and chaplain of students at the Sofia University, initiated in 1999. In the meantime, in 2001, he carried out his doctoral studies in the Institut pour l'Étude de l'Union Européenne in Bonn, Germany, and on the 18th of October 2002, he gave his perpetual vows in the Church of St. Ignatius in Tokyo, passing to the Japanese province of the society, for which, again, until 2006, he was provincial delegate for promotion of vocations, director of Catholic Centre at the Sofia University, and of a small community of Jesuits in the capital. In 2006, he obtained the chair as ordinary professor of the university. At the same year, Hollerich became superior of the Scholastico for 2-year term, and was also delegate of the Japanese Episcopal Conference for the preparation and participation of World Youth Day held in Cologne in 2005, at which Pope Benedict presided. In 2008, he was chosen as rector of the community of 65 Jesuits of the Sofia University and vice-rector for the general and student affairs of the same institution, entering into direct contact with many academic communities in Asia, Europe, and America. At the same time, he was consultor of the Japanese province of the Society of Jesus. He returned to his home country in 2011. As on the 12th of July of that year, he was appointed by Pope Ratzinger as Archbishop of Luxembourg. The following 16th of October, he received episcopal ordination in the Cathedral of Luxembourg from his predecessor, Ferdinand Frank, who co-consecrated by Cardinal of Cologne, Jacques Meiser, and the Archbishop of Tokyo, Peter Takeo Okada, selecting Annunziate as his motto. An advocate for great involvement of the laity, and particularly the young, in his ecclesial sphere, in 2013 he launched a pastoral project dedicated to the laity in the diocese, and in August 2014 he left with 138 students for a trip to northern Thailand on the border with Myanmar, spending 2 weeks in a refugee camp. In 2015, he participated in the 14th Ordinary General Assembly of Synod of Bishops, focused on vocation and mission of the family. His experience was repeated in 2018 with the 15th Assembly dedicated to young people. President of the Conference of Justitia et Pax Commissions of Europe, and to the 29th of September 2017, he was elected to lead the Commission of Young People within the Council of Bishops' Conferences in Europe. And on 8th of March 2018, he took part in the chairmanship of the commission that brings together European bishops with the aim of examining the policy and legislation of the European Union from the point of view of social doctrine of the Church. Since 3rd of April 2019, he also presided over the Quaetus Internationalis Ministrantium, the International Association of Altar Servers. On the 8th of July 2021, Pope Holy Father appointed His Eminence Jean-Claude Hollerich as General Rapporteur for the 16th Ordinary Assembly of Synod of Bishops, creation and proclaimed Cardinal by Pope Francis in the consistory of 5th of October 2019 of the title of San Giovanni Crisostomo in Monte Salto Alto, Dicasteries for Culture and Education, Interreligious Dialogue. So that's his profile, his longish profile on the Vatican's website. So we'll just go in here and see what we have here on his Wikipedia page. I mean, he's a Jesuit, and I suppose one of the points is he is strongly in favour. He supported the ordination of married men to the priesthood. He says, "I love celibacy, I stand by it, but I see that married deacons can preach differently than I do, and I find that in itself a wonderful addition." And this year he became worldwide headlines. Top EU Cardinal calls for changes to Church's teaching on gay relationships. Luxembourg Cardinal Jean-Claude Hollerich, a Jesuit who leads the Pan-European Catholic Bishops' Conference, has called for a change in the Church's teaching on homosexuality. So he said, the Cardinal said that it's time for the fundamental revision of church teaching. He suggested the way Pope Francis has spoken about homosexuality in the past could lead to a change in the doctrine. So it's very, very interesting where we're going at the moment with this Cardinal. I mean, what he said was, I believe that sociological and scientific foundation for this teaching is no longer correct. I mean, just that sentence itself. I mean, you could, if sociological scientific foundation is the bedrock of our faith now, so on top of that, on top of sociological scientific, we build a faith, where is it going? And, you know, he made headlines here with that famous interview that LifeSite News did with him recently. So, well, they doorstepped him in somewhere, and they got, and he said that Pope Francis agrees with his teaching. Anyway, that is Jean-Claude Hollerich. He's a Jesuit. And who will he vote for? Tagle. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. If Pope Francis has publicly backed if Pope Francis has publicly backed Tagle, then his Jesuits will do the same. And really, does he stand a chance himself becoming Pope? Well, we've had Pope Francis elected. Will the College of Cardinals elect a second Jesuit in succession? I doubt it. I think they will elect Tagle, but who knows? Who knows? We have to see. So that is the profile of Jean-Claude Hollerich. And yeah, I suppose the whole thing could be summed up with his phrase, I believe in sociological scientific foundation for well, what the church teaches and for how to change church teaching in interesting times. Anyway, so let me know what you think in the comments about him, and please pray for the church. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.